Just a heads up, this is not at all how I see the characters. Remember that this is fictional and that I love every character equally. Warning that there is mention of emotional abuse in this. Hello? Is this Oikawa Toru? Yes. Who are you? How did you get my number? That's not important. I just thought that you'd want to see this. Question mark. What is this? You are dating the guy in the picture, right? Yes. I feel really awful that I'm the one who is telling you this, but he's been dating my friend for a few weeks now. I just don't want someone like him to be dating her. She doesn't deserve someone who is keeping their relationship a secret. You also deserve better. Thank you for telling me. No problem. Flatakaador. Saved photo. PMs with Flatakaador. And Iwa-chan 2 hearts. Iwaizumi Hajime. What's up? I want to break up. What? You can read, right? OFCI, can I just want to know why you want to end things so abruptly. I could tolerate being called worthless and horrible names because I loved you. I could take the pain of your harsh words because the times that you were affectionate clouded my judgment. But I have no reason to go on in this relationship anymore. The man that I fell in love with is no more. You've changed and I don't like this version of you. I will no longer take the emotional abuse from you. I will no longer take the cheating from you. Oika. I will no longer allow myself to be trapped by you. I will no longer allow myself to want you. And I will no longer allow myself to need you. You are not my boyfriend anymore, and you are definitely not my friend. Oikawa, don't you think you're taking this too far? You're being dramatic, unamused face. I don't want to talk to you ever again unless it's about volleyball. We will not speak to each other outside of practice. Sure, fine by me. Iwa-chan 2 hearts. Is offline. In real life, Oikawa's breathing was unsteady. He couldn't process what he had just done. But when it finally settled, his stomach started to turn. His whole world was flipped upside down. He loved Iwaizumi with all his heart, so it tore him apart when it seemed to have no virtual affect on him. Oikawa's love for him meant nothing to Iwaizumi. Oikawa spent his Wednesday night crying himself to sleep. He still loved him, and that's what hurt the most. After all that he had been through, he still loved him. As Oikawa struggles with his own heartbreak, somewhere else is another person dealing with a similar thing. Kuroo knocked on his boyfriend's door. Or, more like ex-boyfriend. He came face to face with the boy he so loved deeply. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, no problem. Here's all your stuff that was at my house. Kuroo said in a monotone voice, handing over a box of belongings to Kenma. Sorry I haven't gotten to packing all your stuff up yet. Keep it, or throw it away. I don't want it anymore. Just as Kenma was about to say something, a voice that Kuroo definitely did not want to hear voiced itself. What's taking you so long, Kenma? He heard quick footsteps and then all of a sudden a bright orange-haired boy stood next to Kenma. Oh, hello Kuroo-san. Hinata. Kuroo shifted his gaze over to Kenma, who wore an uncomfortable expression. I should get going now. Take care, both of you. Kuroo turned around and walked away from the house. Hearing a faint goodbye behind him, he clenched his hands so tight he drew blood from his palms. Even though it had been almost a week since his and Kenma's breakup, it was still heart-wrenching to see him with Shrimpy. He could tell what was happening before it even happened. Kenma was drifting away and he knew he couldn't do anything to stop it. He knew that sooner or later he'd leave him for that little middle blocker of Karasuno. Kenma's not the only one who is good at observing. Kuroo had seen the signs, but he ignored them. Kuroo hadn't even realized he was already in his room until his body hit his bed. In Boys on Crack. I just broke up with Iwaizumi. Worried face. You alright? No. Need us to come over? No, it's fine. Just keep texting. It'll keep my mind off things. Okay. Well, today I went over to Kenma's to give him back all the things he left over at my place. I told you not to do that without me, bro. It's better to have someone with you than to do it on your own. Yeah, I should have listened. Question mark. What happened? Hinata was there. Looks like we both had a shitty day. Frowning face. I hate when you both get all sad and gloomy. Because then I get all sad and gloomy. Why? BC, my best friends are sad and that makes me sad face with big pleading eyes. You're too sweet, Bakuto-kan. Kawa has a point. You are too sweet. Frowning face. How are things going with you and Akashi? Good smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks. We had a dinner date last night. It was wonderful. Glad to hear at least one of us is succeeding in the romance department. Slightly smiling face. True that. Listen, how about we all meet up tomorrow? Let's get you both out of your heads and let loose. Sound good? Sure. Okay. Great. Our first stop is to the movie theater. I'll text you later about the details. The following day, the group of boys hung out and had a blast. It helped the two boys take their minds off of their heartbreaks and let loose. It was the first time in a long while that Oikawa felt truly happy and free. He's so glad to have Bakuto and Kuroo by his side at his time of need. God only knows what would have happened if it not for them being around to help him through his rough times. Same goes for Kuroo. He was a crying mess for the first 2 days since he kept quiet about the breakup. He didn't tell anyone. It was only when he was confronted by Bakuto and Oikawa about his odd behavior did he tell them about what happened. It was a good stress reliever for the both of them. Only time will mend their broken hearts. Maybe even a new love. To be continued.